Is thy shepherd, I shall not want. Him make an eye like down in a green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water them. Him restoreth me soul. Him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea, though I RASTA, I go walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I can't fear no evil, can't fear no dopey, can't fear no Babylon, can't fear no shadows of a dark, can't fear no bandulu. For thou art with ire. Thy rod and thy staff them comforted ire. Unu prepare a table before I, in the presence of our enemy them. Unu anointed I head with unu oil. Me cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy. I go follow I all the days of I even. Me I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Joe! Kadama we grumabe atela e exact beer tanayistalin abashante shante Kadama we grumabe atela e. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run into it and they be safe. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Jah shall deliver him from all of them. And I give thanks and I say unto your name, King of kings and Lord of lords, the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah. Amasa Yahuda, Amasa, Negusta, Daniel, Ama, Komaya Sataya. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushunimo, and my name certainly, Black Rasta. Now, in every traditional African home, there is a black pot. And every time this black pot rests on the fire, it means there is something sumptuous cooking. Now, what sumptuous is cooking today? My brother, my sister, today we have so much to discuss, 7 different issues to look at, so we have to cut and go through. We pray for the power of the Almighty Father to descend on us. Remember, we are in the service of God and country. There's nothing we can ever do without mentioning and bringing God into that. This is the black pot where we normally would not criticize, but if we must criticize, we would only criticize to build and not to destroy. Hey! We speak in truth to power. Now, the very first thing I want to look at today is interesting. And this is something that the Deputy Minister of Finance has uttered. Oh, my God. Now, we all know the Deputy Minister of Finance, right? His name is John Kuma. Now, John Kuma has been very, very vocal since the E-Levy came into being. And this is what John Kuma looks like. He is the Deputy Finance Minister of Ghana. Now, all over in the news over the weekend, people were shocked to hear that John Kuma had said something. What did he say? Watch out! Business owners who refuse to accept MOMO because of E-Levy will be arrested. Deputy Finance Minister. Oh my God. Now the big question is that, is MOMO all of a sudden legal tender? My brother, my sister, I thought they told us that if we don't want to pay E-Levy, then we must not transact any financial business using the wires. Are they now trying to force us to do business via MOMO so they can charge E-Levy? Now, John Kuma, having said this, or having been reported to have said this, all of a sudden backtracked and said he did not say that. Yes, and the news people captured it again when John Kuma said he did not say that anybody who refuses to transact business via MOMO because of the E-Levy will be arrested. And you can check it up. I never said Ghanaians who refuse to accept MOMO will be arrested. That's John Kuma. And when you read it, it said the Deputy Minister of Finance, John Kuma, has denied warning business owners and Ghanaians against the rejection of mobile money as payment option because of the implementation of the E-Levy in the country. My brother, my sister, let's come to the reasoning table. Has MOMO all of a sudden become legal tender? What is legal tender? Money is legal tender. Now, if you transact any business and you present money as payment, under no circumstances should anybody refuse that. When you refuse money as a payment, my brother, my sister, you can be arrested. Same way as when you issue a check and it is refused, my brother, my sister, you can also be arrested. Money is legal tender. Now hear me now, my brother, my sister. Is MOMO all of a sudden becoming legal tender? Or are these guys so frustrated that they want to make sure that every Tom, Dick, and Harry uses MOMO so they can charge their E-Levy? Many Ghanaians have fought against this E-Levy since its implementation. Now we also saw how the GRA made a plethora of mistakes right at the beginning of the implementation of the so-called E-Levy. Many were those, my brother, my sister, who were charged E-Levy who were not supposed to be charged. And at the end of it all, the GRA finally came out to say, oh, we are going to pay back all wrongful charges we made. As to whether they have done that or not, only God knows. But my message to John Kuma is very simple. Is the E-Levy so desperate to you guys that right now we are almost forcing everybody to be engaged in a business that has to do with MOMO or the charging of E-Levy? Now, because of these things that these guys are desperately doing, many people have come out with new ways they can avoid this E-Levy. It is not good for the country. Listen, listen. Now, as the birds are learning to fly without perching, the hunters are also learning to shoot without missing. A country that imposes taxes is supposed to be using the taxes to benefit the people. And when the people realize that the tax money is benefiting them, under no circumstances should the people refuse to pay such taxes. But when you live in a country where the tax is used by the government in power to misbehave, tax that does not benefit the people but a few cronies, my brother, my sister, then the people would certainly rebel. Can I ask this question? Are Ghanaians feeling that their taxes are not used properly? Are Ghanaians refusing to pay tax all because they think that the government in power is not utilizing the taxes properly? That is the big question I would like to ask. But for John Kuma, who said that he did not say that businesses that refuse to accept payment via MOMO because of E-Levy will be arrested, did not actually say what he said. Was he misquoted? Did he say it or did he not say it? But it is true. All over Ghana, some fuel stations are even refusing to accept payment via MOMO because they do not want to be charged E-Levy. Some other businesses are refusing to accept payment via MOMO. My brother, my sister, if it continues like this, it looks like the E-Levy is going to sink like the mighty Titanic. In the interim, my brother, my sister, I want to leave this here, and I would like to ask John Kuma to come again. Are you guys so desperate you want to push everybody into the E-Levy business? Should you not be educating people? Should you not try to what? Clean your tracks and make people develop more trust for you? Now, if the people see you to be using their tax properly, don't you think that they'll be in a hurry to pay the E-Levy? Rather than trying to use some manpower, some soldier power to push people to pay E-Levy, don't you think that it is about time that you guys sat up to make people understand exactly what you promised them and what you are doing to fulfill all those promises, and how much money you need, and what you'll be using these monies for. Now, when the trust is built, I don't think that anybody is going to be running away from this E-Levy. In the interim, this is the Black Pot, aka Kukushunemo, where we speak truth to power. Now, the next thing I want to look at is this thing about free SHS. And I've titled it, Free SHS Responsible for Unemployment. How many people know the Otumfuo, Asante Hine, Otiko Koso? He is the king of the Ashanti. My brother, my sister, look at him in royal regalia. Gold all over him, the king of gold. If this was called the Gold Coast, it was all because of the Ashanti region. And this is the king, rich in gold. Everywhere he goes, gold follows him. Now, recently he was in America and he was in suit all over. Yes, and we talked about it. Now, the people who came to meet him at the airport were all wearing kente, dressed traditionally to meet their king. And he was in suit. His entourage was all in suit. And we decried this situation. As a king or a chief, you are supposed to be the custodian of tradition. Under no circumstances should you be wearing something else that is not traditional to your kingdom. You should set a good example for the people. Traditionally, my brother, my sister, Asante Hine is the king of culture. This is the first Asante Hine I'm seeing who wears suit. Anyway, my brother, my sister, as long as you decide to be in public service, as long as you decide to be a chief or a king, your privacy is totally sold out. Any which way. Asante Hine has spoken. He arrived in America, Memphis, Tennessee, and he addressed some people. And he talked about the free SHS. Watch it. Free SHS responsible for unemployment in Ghana. Oh, Jesus. And watch. Hey! Now, what is free SHS at all? Now, before Nana Akufo-Addo became president of this country, whilst in opposition, he promised that when he comes into power, he would make sure that all students will go to school for free. Secondary school students. And at that time, the president of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, said it was a lie. It would not happen. He said it would only be possible after the country sat back and put a lot of things in place before we could have free SHS. But Nana Akufo-Addo insisted he could do it. And yes, when he became president, he made it happen. Students began to go to school for free. SHS was running good and nice. Its flagship program had been, you can see it there. Grateful for free SHS. Students were so happy. Going to school for free, no more paying fees. And Nana Akufo-Addo silenced a lot of his critics. But it looked like this was going to be short-lived. After some time, there were cracks all over. And it looked like the former president was exonerated when he said, we were not entirely ready for the free SHS. A smooth running of the free SHS would take a couple of years or even more to implement. Nana Akufo-Addo insisted that it should happen, and we were all happy. We all want to see things happen. And boom, now they are thinking about scraping the free SHS because it is burdensome, because it costs so much money. Some ministers even came out to say that if the E-Levy is not allowed to be implemented, there would be money to run the free SHS, and therefore they would scrap it. My brother, my sister, Otumfuo seems to be lending credence to the whole thing. It looks like the free SHS is actually burdensome economically, financially. Otumfuo has spoken. What has he said? He said the free SHS is causing unemployment in Ghana. Why? Because a lot of money is being pumped into it, and because of that, hey, the government is broke. Government cannot provide employment for the youth. Remember, just last week, some people in Ghana, well-meaning people, said the Ghanaian youth is actually unemployable because the Ghanaian youth has no skills. So they're going all the way to Togo, to Benin, to Nigeria, to the Ivory Coast to bring in people to employ because they ordinary Ghanaian is totally unemployable. The youth, my brother. So, what are we looking at? Otunfo says, free SHS is responsible for the unemployment of the Ghanaian youth because we spend so much money pushing money into the pre-HHS, money that we would have used to employ the youth. In fact, to bring employment to the youth. Government says, oh no, the employment is actually available. What is not available is the skill in the youth. My brother, my sister, let's get into this deeper. Today we have so many things to discuss, so I'm going to be very brief on this. What is the purpose of the SHS? Part of its mandate is to train the youth to be able to come out and have employable skills enough to be employed. So if the government says the Ghanaian youth does not have enough skills, employable skills, my brother, my sister, it means free SHS has failed in one way or the other. Otunfo says, no, it is all because too much money is pumped into the free SHS. And for that matter, no more money is available to provide jobs for the youth. What are we looking at? Who is speaking the truth? Is it because of unemployable skills? Or is it because there's no money to provide employment to the youth? I'm just asking. My brother, my sister. Nana Akufo-Addo, before he became president of this country, promised two very important things. Number one, he said he would implement free SHS, which he did. Number two, he would provide enough employment that we will be inundated with employment and work that we would have to run out of this country, go to Pakistan, Kyrgyzstan, and all those other countries to bring in labor because there'll be so much work. True or false? Today, my brother, my sister, they say the youth of Ghana are unemployable because they have no skills. Otunfo says it is not true. It is because the jobs are not available. They have pushed all the money into the free SHS. Your guess is as good as mine. Come together, let us reason and find out. Is the president losing focus? Or has he overpromised Ghanaians? Was it the right time that the free SHS was actually brought into being? My brother, my sister, all these questions need to be asked. In the interim, employment is very important for every country. Now, if Ghanaians cannot get employment, it means that very soon, a big chunk of the youth would be involved in one crime or the other. Remember what the Bible says. The devil finds work for the idle hands. When you wake up and you have no work to do, you are certainly going to find work for yourself through the devil. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodemo, where we speak truth to power. Yes, boy, skipaja. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodemo, where we speak truth to power. Yes, they are geniuses. Their ingenuity would always make them give us excuses for our unemployment. Are they giving us excuses? Are they lying to us? They are geniuses when it comes to giving us excuses in the interim. This is the Blakk Pot, and we are live on Pan-African TV, also live on Ghana Web TV, live on our own TV, the Blakk Empire TV. We are also live on our own YouTube channel, and that is the Blakk Empire Media. Blakk Empire Media. And Blakk is spelled B-L-A-K-K. Yes, B-L-A-K-K. We are also live on Loud Silence TV. This is the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kukushodomo, where we speak truth to power. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube page, which is the Blakk Empire Media. And then you also click on the notification button so that anytime we are on TV, Monday to Friday at 4 p.m. sharp, you'll be notified to watch us via the channel and your favorite TV station. My name is Black Rasta, and this is the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonomo. The next thing I want to look at is entitled, and we're talking about orphanages, you know, more orphanages for the poor. Hey, how many of you know the lady called something Dakun, and she is actually a communications team member of the NPP. For some time now, she's been so vocal. Yeah, that is her. For some time now, my brother, my sister, she speaks a lot, and her name is Ama Dakun. She's an NPP communications team member, and it's so interesting. Remember a few days ago, she came out and said some things, which we reviewed here. Now, my brother, my sister, she's again come out to say another thing, which is worth looking at. What has she said? Watch it. Leave your children at the orphanage if you cannot take care of them. Amadakun. Listen to this utterance. Leave your children at the orphanage if you cannot take care of them. Hey, what does it mean to say an orphanage? What is an orphanage? Now the dictionary says that an orphanage is a residential institution for the care and education of orphans. Did you see that? A residential institution for the care and education of orphans. Hey, my brother, my sister, people are poor. The poverty in Ghana is huge. There's poverty in Africa. Yes. There's poverty in Ghana. My brother, my sister, now the big question is poverty equivalent to being an orphan? If you are poor, does it qualify you to be an orphan? An orphanage is an institution for orphans. Who is an orphan? Somebody who has lost the father and the mother, or the father or the mother. That is an orphan. My brother, my sister, if we are talking about orphanages, we are talking about institutions. Institutional child care. We are talking about orphans. My brother, my sister, hear me now. Hey! Now, Amadaku says that if you are poor, just go to any orphanage and drop your child there, and that's it, your child will be taken care of. My brother, my sister, these days a lot of people speak carelessly. Even the institution known as an orphanage should be cancelled totally. In the past, we all saw how orphanages in Ghana were used as child what? Child what? Oh my God, all over the world. Children in the orphanages were smuggled out and sold out to different people. Children were used for human sacrifices. My brother, my sister, orphanages became institutions worse than prison. Children were sodomized. Many more children committed abortions. Young girls became institutionalized prostitutes. Courtesy the investigations of Anas Admiral Anas, we saw how some children were even beaten to death. We saw how Mami Dokuno's orphanage was closed down because of poor management and abuse of children. Today, my brother, my sister, careless speaking Amada Akun, and I'm sad to say this, says that if you feel you are poor, send your children to the orphanage. Should we be thinking about orphanages in these times? I thought she would have said, oh, if you are poor, register so that the government would help you take care of your children. That should be in place of institutionalized penitentiaries called orphanages. How many people don't agree with what I'm saying? Listen, a lot of people in the orphanages in Ghana are not necessarily orphans. Even if they were orphans, they still have family members who can take care of them. A lot of these children in the orphanages, my brother, my sister, are there not because people cannot take care of them, but because there is no money to take care of them. So if the government can put these same children in their families, taken care by their families, and be supported with some money, the money that you would use in the orphanage, give part of it to these families to take care of their children. They will grow up better. In an orphanage, one mother takes care of about 100 children. True or false? Can one mother cook for all these 100? Can one mother make sure that she goes into every room at night to say, good night, my son, good night, my daughter, and even lie down with them on their beds, that's if they have beds at all. Sing them songs, lullabies, or even tell them stories. Can she do that every night? These are the orphanages we have in Ghana, where children are molested, where children see their so-called mothers and they run away because they torment them, where the so-called mothers in the orphanages steal food that is meant for the children. They sell it out and rather feed the children with crumbs. We have seen time and again when food gets donated to these orphanages, institutionalized penitentiaries called orphanages, they steal the food. True or false? This is the place Ahmad Daku says we should take our children to. And the crime is that we are poor. You see the government that claims to be a human rights loving government. Our president is a human rights lawyer. Your prison houses are nothing but dangerous cutthroat joints. One toilet to 100 prisoners. Prisoners go in there as petty thieves and come out as international armed robbers. Your judiciary is nothing but worthless. Prisoners are freed night and day, hardened criminals, all because the judiciary will take a goat to free hardened criminals. Ahmad Daku says, if you are poor, it's a crime. Take your child to the orphanage. When would we abandon and abolish this orphanage system? Now, there was orphan aid that was helping to do away with the so-called orphanage system. What did they do? They picked up true orphans, searched their backgrounds, and put them in different homes. Each home did not have more than 5 children. One mother would take care of them. Where it was possible to leave the children with their own family members, they left them there, but provided whatever the child and the mother would need to take care of them. But we are so terrible-minded. There are some orphanages even in Ghana that have been so, I don't know what word to use, religion has taken over their minds and their souls. They take only Muslims. If you are not a Muslim, you can be 10 times an orphan. You will never be qualified to be part of this. True or false? There were some that were also meant for only Christians. Where lies your, humanity? Your humanity is based on who belongs to your religion and who accepts your faith and your belief. These are the places Amadaku says we should take our children to. Mr. President has not decried and denounced this outrageous utterance. And this brings tears into my eyes. I have been to a number of orphanages, my brother, my sister, and I've seen how children are being maltreated night and day. Look, it is so unfortunate that in Ghana, we will give our own children good food to eat, and other people's children who we are taking care of would only eat after our children have finished eating and they are satisfied. If there's anything left, they will kick that away as if we're giving that to the dogs. True or false? I know women who treat their own children like kings, yet their brothers and sisters' children who have been left for them to take care of in death, they become the slaves of the family. Yet when Sunday comes, you are first in the church. You speak tongues more than Satan. You are holier than Jesus Christ himself. Yet you are nothing but the devil. Amadaku, what you have said is an insult to women. You know why? Because women are those who suffer in childbirth to bring out children. And if the best place you can think about for a child whose mother went through 9 months of pain, several hours of labor, sometimes they even die and leave these children. If the place that you think is best for the poor mother's children is the orphanage, then to God be the glory. My brother, my sister, this is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushunemo, where we speak truth to power. I normally don't like discussing things like this because they get me really, really emotional. I pray that nobody's child ever goes to the orphanage. I pray that our governments in Africa will be sensible enough, common sense, to know that orphanages are nothing but institutionalized penitentiaries where children are abused. Institutionalized penitentiaries for children. Poverty is not a crime. And to those so-called holier than thou, if you can take care of another person's child and prevent them from being locked up in orphanages, this is the time. To God be the glory. My name Blakk RASTA. When we return, I have 5 more issues to talk about. Make a date.
Every lady wants to walk out in glitz, glamour, and style. She wants to turn heads wherever she goes. She wants to pamper people who matter with her beauty. She wants her beauty to open doors long before she even opens her mouth. Chic Luxury Beauty Home perfectly understands this and makes sure this is delivered 100%. At Chic Luxury Beauty Home, we make you glow brightest with splendid professional perm cuts, wigs, braids, lashes, twist and locks, waxing and more. There is a special pergola where you enjoy fresh air while we give you your sexy braids. We also give you a massage you will remember forever. At Chic Luxury Beauty Home, we are professionally unique, so we have our own Chic beauty products for your personal beauty care. We also offer international standard training in all our services, and our training is designed to suit your busy schedules and convenience. Locate Chic Luxury Beauty Home at Asafwache, Akubwa Link, Adringano Road in Accra. Call us now for business enquiries on 024 368 3070 or 055 9370 980. At Chic Luxury Beauty Home, we are sleek and chic.
Blackpot, Coco Show.
This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushunamo, where we speak truth to power. Monday edition, no two ways about that. Hear me now, my brother, my sister. If you are a lady and you want to look your brightest, look, we have so many beautiful ladies. Unfortunately, they do not know how to bring out their beauty. That is why I'm introducing you to Chic Luxury Beauty Home. Hey, no matter how many people approach you and tell you are not that good looking, with one touch from Chic Luxury Beauty Home, go back to those same people. They would ask you which angel touched you. Hey, natural twist and locks, waxing, lashing, hey, perm cuts, wigs, and braids. They have a special pergola where you would sit and then they will give you your beautiful locks. Hear me now. Now, Chic Luxury Beauty Home also has its own personal care chic products. And these ones manufactured for us uniquely. Now, you want to go through some training, right? No problem. Tell us when you are free. Is it 1 week, 2 weeks? We'll take you through training. As to what you want to train in is on to you. We have a variety of areas where you can choose from. Natural twist and locks, massage, waxing, lashing, perm cutting, wigs, and of course braids. Hey, and if you are looking for a massage that will take you to heaven, then you must be talking Chic Luxury Beauty Home. Are you a guy? You want a pretty lady to massage you? Hey, we have masseurs that are so pretty and beautiful. Come, we'll parade them before you, and you choose the one you want for that massage. Hey, now if you are a lady and you want this nice-looking guy to give you that massage that will take you to heaven, hey, simple. Come, we'll parade all the wonderful guys. You choose the one that you want to massage you. Hey, you will never, ever stop that massage until you get to heaven. Listen, take our numbers on the screen. Call us. Tell us what you want us to do for you. And our fees are very, very affordable. And when we train you, we don't just let you go. We give you a certificate, and then we find out where you would want to work next. Is it in Ghana or outside Ghana? We have all the connections. All you need to do is to come and train with us at Chic Luxury Beauty Home. We are located inside the Asafwache Akwabwa Loop at Tringano Road, right here in Accra. Chic Luxury Beauty Home. We are sleek and chic. We are also sponsored by the kind courtesy of Tinated Natural Health Center, the house of quality herbal medicines. Hey, malaria, typhoid fever, join this. Jiba, Crodoso, Mampele, Krusa, Menso, Bay, number 9, Mark, Aquer, Sanchuri. No problem at all. What are you suffering from? Listen, we have a variety of products you can choose from. Right from malaria, typhoid fever, join this all the way. Hey, and if you're a woman, you want to clean your heavens, just go get the Tinated Venicare. Every woman in Ghana knows this. It cleans you inside out, and you are clean and good. Oh my God. And it makes it tighter. My God. What are you talking about? Now, if you're a man and you want to feel like a stallion, you know a stallion, male horse, you want to be able to, gallop good, go get the Tinated 230 capsules. On your screen, you can see that. Tinated 230 capsules is called 230 because 2 capsules, 30 minutes later, you are a horse. Horse. Power. Shegedamboruba. Take our numbers on the screen and call us for enquiries and bulk purchases. Now you can also walk into any Tinated shop and then demand the Tinated product well tailored for you. This is the Blackboard, and thanks so much to our sponsors. We love you. We appreciate you. Without you, this will be very difficult. And we are expecting you to also come do business with us. Our numbers are on the screen. Just give us a call and let us push your business for you. We are all over Africa. In Cameroon, people watch us. In Burkina Faso, people watch us. The Gambia, people watch us. Nigeria, all over via satellite. And we are also on social media. On Black Empire Media, BLAKK for Black. Make sure that you follow us as well. Now, the next thing I want to look at is entitled Train Shuttle Returns. Train Shuttle Returns. My brother, my sister. Now, the Minister of Trains. When we talk about the Minister of Trains, you know what I'm talking about? Oh my God, have mercy. Was Joe Gatti. How many of you remember Joe Gatti? That's Joe Gatti. And he spent a lot of money trying to develop the railway system in Ghana. He couldn't do it. In fact, he was replaced with John Peter Amewu. He's John and Peter at the same time. John Peter Amewu. This is John Peter Amewu. Remember the man who said, yes, we have been building roads, and if you don't know, then you are late. Very arrogant minister, John Peter Amewu. John Peter Amewu has been Minister of Railways and blah, blah, blah for the past 8 months. And he said that the GRDA, that's the Ghana Rail Development Authority, will be returning to the roads of Ghana. Yes, what do I mean by the roads of Ghana? You know, when we talk about road, we are talking about vehicles moving left, right, and center. Now, he said that the trains were going to return after 7 months. Now, it's past 7 months now. Watch it. Accra train shuttle fails to bounce back 7 months after rehabilitation completed. John Peter Amewu, Minister of Railroads and blah, 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 told us that they were rehabilitating the rails and that this would take 7 months. Right after that, the GRDA, as the Ghana Rail Development Authority, would take over and the trains would be shuttling Accra and Sawam, Accra, Tema. Today, as it stands, not a single train is on the road. Not a single train is on the rails. You know why? My brother, my sister. Some thieves have stolen a lot of the rails to go sell to Chinese as scraps so they could take to China, smelt it, and sell it back to us. We call them the scraps boys. They stole a big chunk of the rail lines in Ghana. This was what John Peter Amewu said they were going to rehabilitate. Now, after the rehabilitation, my brother, my sister, the trains are still not on the rails. You know why? Because this is an archaic country whose leaders don't think. Should I say it again? Now, after rehabilitating the rails, they have realized all of a sudden that they are narrow gauge lines. Narrow gauge lines. What does it mean to say narrow gauge lines? Trains in the whole world right now do not ply on narrow gauge lines now. These rails were built in the colonial days, the days of Sir Charles McCarthy, when Adam was not even created yet, was when they built this. My brother, my sister, as it stands right now, we need a standard gauge rails. Now, the narrow gauge rails, my brother, my sister, only measure about 1,035 millimeters. And the standard gauge rails measure about 1,435 millimeters. Huge gap. One is narrow, the other one is standard. Now, after spending money to rehabilitate, promising the Ghanaian people that, oh, rail work will be back. No trains. Unfortunately, people working there are still there and they are being paid. Now the GRA boss, I beg your pardon, GRDA boss, his name is Yao Owusu. That's him. He's being paid. Minister of Rails and Roads and blah, 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 is being paid with the taxpayers' money. All the rail workers in Ghana are still being paid for no work done. For over 2 years now, they are working. Nobody, my brother, my sister, nobody is working yet they are being paid. And minister says, in 7 months, oh, the work is going to begin, trains are going to start running, and after 7 months, he's sitting there with his pot belly saying that, oh, you know, we just realized that the narrow gauge is not good enough, so we are going to bring the standard gauge. My brother, my sister, and which company are they bringing in to deal with this? They call them the Siemens Mobility. It's a German company. Ingenuity for life. Siemens Mobility. Hey, hear me now. Now, these are people who built the Egyptian bullet train system that runs on the standard gauge. They also built bullet trains and their stations wherever in Ethiopia, in Senegal, and in Morocco. And in Kenya, it is interesting. Their bullet train runs all the way from Mombasa to Nairobi and is always packed. Now, trains are giving hot competitions to even the aeroplanes in Kenya. Always packed. One, they are fast, they are equally safe, and at the same time, they are on time. Ghana is still running on Sir Charles McCarthy's train lines. Ghana is still running on the train lines that were built before Adam and Eve were created. And they need about 12.9 billion American dollars for Siemens Mobility to be able to put these trains on the rails. My brother, my sister, the big question is, are they going back to the old rails, take all of them off, and expand them to the standard size? And how long is it going to take? Now, Siemens Mobility says 2 solid years. 2 solid years. Now, within 2 years, Nana Akufo-Addo will be out of government. If another president takes over from a different party, are they going to continue? Do they have money to pay for this rail system? Why did they waste so much money on the narrow gauge when they knew that the whole world had moved away from the so-called narrow gauge? Having talked about the government, let us talk about our own attitudes too. My brother, my sister, rail lines. We saw some rail lines where people had gone to build in Ghana. Rail lines where people now have turned into chop bars. Rail lines where scrap boys go and cut the lines and go and sell. Then you end up blaming the president. My brother, my sister, our attitudes need to change. Much as we understand that our leaders are not thinking, they have brains yet they can't think, we should be able to stand firm and deal with our own attitude so the country can get better. In the interim, narrow gauge is going away. Those of you who are waiting to sit in trains in Ghana, you won't see any train until after 2 years. Are you ready? You will not see a train move in Ghana. That is if they continue with the Siemens Mobility contract. Brother, my sister, 2 more years before you will see the next train. Are you ready? Are you ready? And which way? My name Blakk RASTA, and this is the Blackport. Next thing I want to look at quickly, from train, let's come to the airports. Aeroplane. In Liberia, the boss of the airport has been sacked. Boss of the airport has been sacked. Where, upon where, the president kicked him out. Why? 2 reasons. Low fuel and dark runways. Watch it. Airport boss sacked over low fuel and dark runways. What's a runway? The runway is the space where the plane runs before it takes off. It is the same place where the plane lands and then runs to a halt. So if it is dark, it is recipe for collision, recipe for disaster. My brother, my sister, hear me now. So many things are happening in this country, Ghana, Nigeria, and Liberia. Hear me. Now the airport boss has been sacked. The runway is dark. You don't care. You wait until there is a crash. Then you blame it on witches and wizards. Upon where has sacked him. Now we all remember Sosoliso flight in Nigeria. Why did Sosoliso flight crash? All because of the Dumso. Dark runways. When the plane was about to land in Nigeria, power off. The whole airport dark. And the plane landed at the wrong place, exploded, burnt and killed some very, very wonderful people. 1 or 2 of them survived it, but with serious burns that changed their lives forever. My brother, watch it. In Ghana, a couple of weeks ago, there was power outage at the airport for non-payment of bills. Why? And you know how dangerous this is. The moment the airport goes off, especially a busy airport, recipe for disaster. The moment lights in the airport go off, trouble. Low fuel. Why? Fuel prices are increasing. If you cannot afford, shut down the airport rather than kill people. Watch this. Airlines in Nigeria announced shutdown of operations as aviation fuel hits an all-time high. Watch it. Just watch it. My brother, my sister, it is better to shut down the airport than to force it, put it into darkness, and kill innocent people. This is the Blackport, aka Kukushodomo, where we speak truth to power. Next thing quickly I want to look at, before I go, is the man that I love so much. He's called Bishop David Onyedepo. How many of you know Bishop David Onyedepo? People simply call him Bishop Onyedepo. He has said something, and he says, the Nigerian presidency, oh Jesus, is nothing but a demotion for him. Watch it. Nigerian presidency, a demotion. In other words, he said there was a time he wanted to be president of Nigeria, to see the welfare of his people. But now he has come to the realization that the Nigerian presidency is nothing but a demotion. He is a very hot critic of the Buhari government. He's also criticized African leadership over the past. But who really is Bishop David Onyedepo? According to the Forbes magazine, he is the richest pastor in Nigeria. And if he's the richest pastor in Nigeria, he must be the richest pastor in the whole of Africa. Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Hear me now. Now, Bishop David Onyedepo was born on September 27 in 1954. Long before Ghana was born, 3 years. 27th September 1954 was when he was born in Oshogo. His father was a Muslim. His father's name was what? Ibrahim Onyedepo. His father was not only a Muslim, he was a Muslim imam. Not only a Muslim imam, but a Muslim sheikh and a Muslim healer. He was a malam. People came to him for healing. He would write some things, they would drink. Sometimes he would give them herbs, they would drink and then be healed. That's Bishop Onyedopo's father, Ibrahim. His mother was a Christian called Dorcas. He grew up in the home of his maternal grandmother. So he was exposed to Christianity at a very, very early age. By the age of 15, he already became born again. And he started following Jesus Christ. According to him, he had an 80-hour, in fact, specifically 81-hour visitation from God, where God told him to save the world. So at the point that he was thinking about saving Nigeria as the president, God told him, save the world. Hey, he has built an edifice, I think somewhere in 1999, yes, an edifice that carries about 50,000 people. That edifice can sit 50,000. And now he's building an edifice that can sit 100,000. The biggest religious house in the whole world. The whole world. 100,000 people at a sitting. And he has branches all over the world. Dubai, England, America, all over. About 400 states in the world. States and cities. Bishop Onyedopo, my brother, my sister, why am I bringing this story? How many of us still think that we must be presidents before we can serve the people? How many of us still believe that we have to be in politics before we can serve? How many of us believe that we must have a certain post, recognized post, institutionalized post before we can serve? Onyedopo says he doesn't need to be president. In fact, it's over. What he wants, he has had it. The word of God to go out and save the people. Listen, the man is a trained architect. And at the same time, he has a PhD from Hawaii University in human development. He has built universities and schools in Nigeria, top-class schools, provided accommodation to the poor, provided jobs for so many tens of thousands of people across Nigeria and beyond. My brother, my sister, this is not one of your pastors lazying about without a day job and only saying, I am in full-time ministry. He's an architect, and at the same time, he has put his architecture into use, building all over. Are you in full ministry? You are counting on the tithes of the people to survive. You have to use tricks, fake prophecies to make money. Bishop Onyedopo is the richest pastor in the whole of Africa. How about that? And he says, Nigerian presidency, forget about it. He used to want it, now he does not want it. Because he is a bigger president than the president. Hallelujah. I hope some of our pastors will start thinking like this. Find a day job so that people would not look at you as beggars. I read something on the wall the other day. Say, if your pastor has no day job, then he's a thief. I think I believe that. Jesus himself was a carpenter. Your pastor, what is he? Full-time ministry. Full-time ministry doesn't mean don't do any other thing. It just means dedicate more time to ministry. My name is Blakk RASTA. Finally, it's about to go down. I want to discuss this very passionate issue, and I'll leave you. And this one I've decided to title, Dede Ayew accused of witchcraft. Remember, I did not say wizardry. Witchcraft. Hey, Jesus. Who is Dede Ayew? Who is Dede Ayew? That's him. Son of The legendary player, Dede Ayew Pele. That's him. Now, Dede Ayew has played football in almost all the sections of Ghanaian football, from youth football all the way through. My brother, my sister, Ghanaians have developed a certain hatred for Dede Ayew. Some people say, oh, the coaches fear him, they let him play, and he's not even playing well, squandering chances, and so on and so forth. Now the real truth has come out. Hey, in 2012, when we went for the AFCON, African Cup of Nations, something weird happened. At that time, we had a coach by name Goran Stevanovic. That's him. You remember this guy, don't you? Goran Stevanovic. Goran Stevanovic. Hey, when he came, he was in charge of the team. And Kwesi Appiah, who later became coach too, was his assistant. They went to play. Now there was a match between Ghana. Oh my God, have mercy. I feel so sad talking about this. Really, really. Ghana and Zambia. And Ghana beat Zambia 2-1. Am I right? It actually was between Ghana and Tunisia. I beg your pardon. Ghana and Tunisia. And 1-1. Dede Ayew scored the decisive goal. He scored. And when he scored, what happened? The whole stadium went ablaze. And everybody was happy. He came out from nowhere and banged in that goal. And instead of having the Black Stars of Ghana happy, they got back into the dressing room and they started saying that he was using juju. How could he score the goal at that time? That was the decider. How was he able to score that goal? It's all because of juju. Witchcraft. So the players came together amongst themselves and decided that in order to stop the juju of Dede Ayew from affecting them so they could also score goals, the next match, they would not go on the pitch. They would all wait until Dede Ayew himself got to the pitch first. Do you understand? This guy is using juju on us. This guy is using some witchcraft on us. So our next match, we are not going onto the pitch to play until Dede Ayew himself gets onto the pitch first. That way, the juju will be nullified. And Ghanaian players believe this. So, it was a game between Ghana and Zambia. Zambia was already there on the pitch waiting for Ghana to come. And players were not ready to go. Kwesi Appiah went to stand at the gate, calling Ghanaian players to come. They refused. Some of them went to sit on the WC as if they were running diarrhea, not ready to go on the pitch. Hey! See what happened now? Until the day Ayew came, jogging, and they paved the way. And he ran onto the park. When he got there, then the rest of the players, those who were pretending to be on the WC, those who were pretending to have some malaria, all of them joined the team now onto the pitch. That day, Ghana lost 0-1 to Zambia. Zambia went ahead to win the game. And when Ghana lost, they went to sit back and they were crying. My brother, my sister, when they returned to Ghana, Goran Stevanovic wrote an extensive report to the GFA, Ghana Football Association. And in it, what did he say? He said the players were using juju on each other. He said that there was witchcraft in the camp of the Black Stars. In fact, we all laughed at him and said he was a man who was just giving us excuses. But today, a member of the team that played AFCON in 2012 for the Black Stars, Derek Boateng. Jesus. That's him. has spilled all the beans. The Black Stars truly refused to play if Dede Ayew will not be on the pitch first. As to who brought the idea that Dede Ayew was the guy who had bewitched them, and for that matter, his witchcraft will die if they refuse to get onto the pitch before him. My brother, my sister, this is modern day Ghana. And people are still fooling. We had a minister, remember Chichinga, Mutaka Chichinga minister. They paid money to juju men and malams to pray for the Black Stars to win games. And they documented that the taxpayer paid. Mutaka Chichinga Muntaka, who was a minister of sports at that time, and now an MP for Asawase or somewhere like that in Kumasi. They paid money from the taxpayers' coffers to juju men, malams, and who to pray for Bansere for the Black Stars to win. Hey, in 1963, C.K. Jemfi made sure that nobody talked about juju in the Black Stars. And this man here, C.K. Jemfi, made sure that yes, no juju played football. And he told them, juju doesn't play football. Oh. And this man here was a member of the team that won the AFCON. That's him here right now. He's a reverend. Yes! Reverend Kofi. That's him there. He was a member of the Black Stars team that won the AFCON in 1963. My brother, my sister, Ghana was the way forward. Still primitive-minded, brought about so much hatred for Dede Ayew. Up till now, the boy is still hated amongst a lot of Ghanaians for no reason. Now they regretted that they lost the game. But whose fault? Well, my name is Blakk Rasta, and I want to say thank you so much for being with me all this while. It's been the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo. And today I've been taken by so much passion. Reading what is in the news, it only brings tears into my eyes. I mean, we need to do a lot of work in this country, change our attitude, and make sure things work for us. In the interim, remember we are live on Pan-African TV, live on BETV, live on our YouTube page, and that is the Black Empire Media. Black is spelled B-L-A-K-K. Yes, we are also live on Ghana Web TV, live on Loud Silence TV. Until I catch you again tomorrow between 4 and 5 in the PM. This has been the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo. More fire!